Welcome everybody, this is Endo here attempting to update my beginner's guide to making credits post 3.0 because some things have changed since Horizons was updated to version 3.0. And the main difference is that in this video we're going to go to a different starting area than in the previous one. And I think there's some changes to the kill warrant scanner that we're going to check out as well. Because in this video it's about starting the game and going to an area that has some good bounty hunting in order to make some quick credits. The goal being 2.3 million credits in order to buy a hauler to do Road to Riches, which I'll cover in part 2. And I also want to point out that I received some valid criticism in the first videos that I'd like to address. One being that this is not an ultimate guide because I don't cover every aspect of playing the game. Well, I revised the title on this one to be Ultimate Guide to Making Credits because that's essentially what I'm trying to teach you, is how to make quick credits, not how to play the game in every way. But I will try to speak my mind about what I'm thinking and doing to at least help you out if you're new to the game. But there is still no reason not to do the tutorials that are built in the game, and also check out the link in my video for my Reddit post that has all kinds of resources for new players and some other tips. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, when you start a new game, you can choose Horizon Sidewinder or New Commander. We're going to choose New Commander to start in the starting area that I want you to start in order to begin the tutorial. You'll notice that it says Random Federal System, but it's usually going to be Trevthick Dock. One criticism I received was that, how is this a Horizons guide when you don't start in the Ocellus Primus area, which is where you start if you choose Horizon Sidewinder? Well, the thing is that you can choose New Commander here and start where I'm starting at any time. So if you're relatively new to the game and you haven't gotten very far, you can just reset and start over. If you're farther along, you might want to just skip to part 2 if you can already go somewhere to make credits on your own in order to buy the hauler. So I'm going to start under New Commander here and name the ship. Nothing fancy, just going to name it Sidewinder here. Then we're going to start, and I'm going to go into solo play because in my opinion it's not really advantageous to play with other players early on. They often aren't cooperative and don't communicate. But if you have a friend or something, of course, play together in open or something like that. Actually, a private group would probably be better than open, but either option is possible. So here we are, Trevthick Dock, and the starting system that we want to do our bounty hunting in is going to be LTT 15574, so I'm going to search for that and plot. Well, actually I'm going to check out the system in the system map and choose the location we're going to, which is Haxel Port here, and actually just plot a route directly to it. Oh, let me go back in there and show you something. Also, note that when you're plotting a route, you want to have fastest routes selected on the left there. By default, the game will use economical, and it will make it very difficult to travel to this place. So, make sure you use fastest routes. Alright, so I'm going to launch and head there. When you first launch, you have to go through a series of pre-flight checks. It's mandatory the first time, but you can turn this on. So new players, keep in mind that if you're having trouble remembering all of the different controls, you can turn it on so that you have to do it every time you take off, which can help kind of train you. And you do that on the right panel over here under Functions. You can, where is it here? Pre-flight checks can be turned on right there. Hello Jacob Reggie and Zen Air Zulu and Darren Roberts. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is a live stream. I know there's probably some advantages to doing a video and edits after the fact, but I kind of like doing a live demonstration. Another tip is that when I'm flying around not engaged in combat, I use 4 pips and engines and 2 in systems just so that I can boost more often. And you get a little bit of protection in systems there. If you have orbit lines on, you're going to want to stay away from the ring, the orbit ring around the sun. I use the actual Coriolis of the star to gauge how far away to stay from it. I prefer the look of the game without orbit lines. I think they kind of clutter up the view. I prefer to kind of be more immersed in the idea that I'm in space. That's just a personal preference, though, so there's nothing wrong with using them. I'm playing with an X52 Pro hands-on throttle and stick. You know, I haven't played with many of them. This is the only one I've ever used, so I can't really say whether or not, like, you know, it's the best or anything like that, but it is the same one that the character has in the game, and it has a built-in preset in the game, and I found it to be, you know, much better than using a gamepad or mouse and keyboard. I originally started playing this game on Xbox, and I'm very familiar with using the gamepad and can play well with that. However, the HOTAS is just something else. It's there's the ability to use your lateral thrusters at the same time as your yaw, which is the one thing that's tricky to do with the Xbox controller. Now, I play with the Xbox controller pretty much on defaults. There's a couple tweaks. I add some hotkeys or something like that to holding B. So I have read about some people changing some custom controls that allow you to use yaw and horizontal thrusters at the same time, but I've just never played it that way. It is certainly worth getting a hands-on throttle and stick. I know that a friend of mine has I think a Thrustmaster that he got for I think $50 that he likes a lot. You certainly don't have to spend 150 or whatever it was that I spent on this one, so consider that if you're really getting into this game. It just feels more natural. It's like, you know, when you're driving a car, it just feels right when you're using a steering wheel and gas pedals. It's kind of like that. Feels more like you're really sitting here at a ship. So when the time remaining to reach my destination gets to about 7 seconds, I throttle down to mid-blue, maybe a little less, to coast in. And there's actually a holographic image of the station on the left there when it's targeted that I'm going to use to loop around so that it's oriented pointing right at the front of my ship so that the slot is right there so I don't have to fly around to find it. It's a technique mostly that you're going to want to have down for when you're doing some sort of smuggling, or in part 3 of this video you're doing these passenger missions where you'll have illegal passengers, and when that's going on you want to get in that slot as soon as possible. A lot of people will tell you need like to drop a heat sink and go into silent running. No, you don't have to do any of that. You just have to disengage so that you can make a nice clear shot into that slot as smoothly and as fast as possible in order to avoid getting a scan done on you. When your speed's in the blue, you can go full throttle until your distance is in the blue and disengage as well. So that's what I just did there. When you're within 7.5 kilometers from your station, you can request docking. And we're docking here so that if we get destroyed, we will respawn in this spot. Not much to do here. I'm going to grab some fuel and then head out to a high security resource extraction site and hope that it's got good spawns of lots of strong security and lots of big, tough bad guys for them to destroy for me.
Ship released. Observe station regulations on exit.
Alright, so let's take a look here. There's one that's 92 light seconds away, so we're going to head that way.
Moderate traffic around the station. Regulate
Again, slowing down at about 7 seconds. Although since we're approaching a planet, its gravity will start to slow us down even more, so I'm inching the throttle up a little bit at a time here to kind of keep us moving towards it without slowing down too much. Okay. So far I see 2 Cobras. They're alright. They can be worth 50 to 75,000. We really want the 100,000+ stuff. And generally, if an instance is spawning a lot of expensive ships, it will keep spawning them. So here we go. Here's a Fer-de-Lance. That'll be a good one. Let's go check him out. Pitiless Unforgiver. Nice. I like the name. Be badass. Oh, a Federal assault ship. That's good. Those are worth something. Well, he's a Federal agent, so that's actually a cop. This one is as well. Well, that's cool. So let's keep on that FDL. Have some action over here. It's wanted, so. Got some small cops on him. I don't know if they're going to be able to do much. He's in a wing too. His wing is hurting him. I might not bite here unless that dude's just about dead and I can hit him. But his wing, you've got to look out for. The wing can at times take you out, and the Sidewinder especially. Even if they're smaller ships. I think they they took out the cops. Couple cop killers here. Alright, he's getting... Yeah, let's... wait a minute. Let me go see what's going on over here. Federal cop. There's a cop. He's being attacked by, what, an eagle? Oh, okay. What we got going on here? Hey, what are they doing? The weird one. I think the cops are going to go after this gunship, but they're also going after something else here. This Viper, I think. Oh yeah. Oh, whoa. Yeah, these guys are... Listen. The cops are getting wrecked. I might be able to get a piece of this Viper. Let's see. I'm waiting till he's pretty hurt before I engage. He's not going down fast enough. Now would be the time if I can get a beat on him. Alright, now what do we got here? Now everybody can focus on the gunship here. Okay. Where did that FDL go? Okay, there's somebody trying to fight another wanted dropship here. Or not another, but a dropship. Let's see what we got. I can get on that. Cobra's probably wanted to. Yeah. He's going after this guy. Touche. He's in a wing. I don't know if I want to deal with that. What are they going on? What's going on over here? It's very chaotic. I don't know if this is new. I'm just rusty. Seems very chaotic out here. Security just seems really weak. Whoops. Not good for my shields. No cops on them. Oh, now there is, I think. A few eagles, okay. Oh, this guy's in a wing though. That's not good. Well, the thing is, I'm getting Benjamin Jacob Rage's asking me, are the feds not on my side? They are, but they're not feds. I'm just running into like wanted versus wanted here, and they're in wings. I just don't want to. I don't want to mess with them. It's like the mob versus the something. I don't know. I haven't seen the security doing anything, but this guy's in a wing. I don't want to draw their attention. They're just a couple eagles, I think. So it's like 3 eagles versus this guy and 2 eagles or something. I don't know which ones are his or not, though. But Yeah, he's trying to fight that one, so I wouldn't want to fight that guy. That's helping me out. It's like this other guy. This guy. He's in fine shape. I don't know. I don't really want to. I might just avoid this whole battle. It's probably not going to do me any good. As soon as I get this guy, then I'll have to take on those eagles without dying. But greed wins. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get a piece of him. Oh, the shield's up. It's tough. Oh, see, one of the eagles that was fighting for me just got taken out. Or fighting on the side I want to be on, I should say. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, see, they're winning. His wing's winning. Yeah, it's a big waste of time. Because he's not even getting hit anymore. Let's go try and find something else. There's a fight in the distance over there.
Target destroyed.
I could have easily been on the losing side of that battle. Glad I didn't shoot. Hopefully we have security over here involved in this fight and it's not just another gang fight. Come on, ship, let's go. So I go where the lasers converge. That's usually what's getting into. Oh, it's the fertile ants. Sweet. Maybe I'll be able to get a piece of that. Oh, he's going down pretty quick. I better get in here. Don't die yet. Don't die yet. Almost there. Come on. Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
Target destroyed.
What did he get killed by? Eagles? Oh, man. It was more criminal on criminal stuff. What is going on? I think after all this nonsense, I'm just going to reset the instance. So I'll show you how you do that. What you do is you fly perpendicular to the rings, and you can look over and see. And then you're going to want to engage Super Cruise and then throttle down, and you can do a loop around back on the site. That kind of time-wasting stuff is not exactly what I want in my stream, but at least now you'll see how you can reset the instance here. So you want to turn sideways and fly around. Where is it? Should be right around. Am I flying right around it? Let me slow down even right here. There it is. Hopefully this will have awesome luck and will make up for it here. I did earn 140,000 so far, so I'm not sure exactly how much you need for the security to turn green for you. But that definitely is nice, because then you can pick them out on the scanner right away, like where security's at, or whether they're coming towards you or not, to help out. So far, no security yet. We do have an FDL. That's good. And a crew. Chieftain. Cool. That's probably a good one. Security will ever show up, do anything. Oh, they're all NPCs. I'm in solo mode, so there are no other players that are going to be in the game. You can jump between solo and open and all that right where you left off, so that it's a seamless transition. But early on doing this activity, I would recommend that you just stay in solo because players aren't going to help you in any way. Oh wait, are these? Oh, they're taking on. Oh, he's clean. Okay, they're just assaulting somebody. Where's the cops when you need them though? Come get these murdering thugs. Yeah, they're not commanders. Also, commanders will always be a hollow icon on the scanner. So when you're playing in open, that's one way to determine whether or not it's a player. Is when you're looking at them on the scanner, their triangle or their square will be hollow. Who's shooting at the FDL now? Is this the cops? It is. So then good. I'm going to definitely try to get a piece of this. Or are they going to go after the chieftain? I don't know. We're going after both. I want to tag both of them, that's for sure. Didn't take that FDL out already, did they? Oh no. Did I miss it? No, they didn't. Although tagging this guy makes me vulnerable to the FDL attack. Probably gonna go to 4 in systems and 2 in weapons for that reason. Just in case I get hit. Might make me a little more durable. Yep, he's hitting me, see. Makes your shield stronger. Significantly so. Come on. Come on, cops, hurt him. Where's that FDL? Is he still kicking? Yeah, he's there. No, that's not him. He's just shooting wild here. Maybe we can help. With our little pea shooters. We probably missed a chance on the FDL. It looks like they got him already or something. I don't know. Not showing up. We can help burn their shields down at least. Kill him. I've never killed a chieftain, so this is cool. I've actually never really even seen one. This is the first time I've seen one. I haven't played much of late. Okay, so that's nice, 110,000. Okay. And I think that FDL's dead too. I missed him. Wait, unless he's way over here. Let's see. The fight just moved this far away. Wow, they have some serious weapon convergence on something. Those are the cops. What do they got here? It's this guy, Hades. I think I'm gonna get there in time. Almost close enough to hit him. Almost, yeah, I think I got him just in time. Yes. That's a last second hit. If I've ever seen one. There are lots of cops around. I'm not seeing any good enemies right now. I have 316,000 to turn in. That will turn security green for me, and I can buy a better capacitor, which allows me to boost around a little faster, as well as a chaff launcher. So might head back just for that reason. Lock in and to help with the security identification. So go back to Axel port. Gotta get out of these asteroids so we can super cruise. Hello, Taryn Ka, welcome. Don't worry about being late. This will be a video. When I'm done, it will, you know, stay on YouTube, so you'll be able to review anything you missed. It seems like 2 more million to go, being 2.3 million total being the goal. But it can go fast when you get a nice instance that has all kinds of big enemies and stuff. So when you get on a roll, sometimes it's just over like that. Quick drop of a hat. But I'm not having as much luck today. That was a big waste of time flying around watching that one gang on gang battle. But maybe on our next trip out it'll go a little better. I'm also gonna invest a little bit of money into buying some upgrades for this ship here in order to make it a little more enjoyable, I suppose. Also increase survivability a little bit. But you don't have to do that. And keep in mind that when you buy upgrades for a ship, you can sell it back and get all your money back. So when you are done with this ship and you're ready to move on to the next part of my guide, you can essentially get all that money back. So you can still count the money you've earned that you spend on upgrades. You can actually count that towards your goal. However, you'll notice that right now the rebuy cost is 0 credits on this ship. So if you don't upgrade the ship and you get destroyed, it costs you nothing. Once I do these upgrades, it might be in the range of like 25,000 credits or something like that. So which isn't that much once you're on a roll, but keep that in mind. It can make a difference. That if you want 0 risk at all, leave the ship alone. Oh, missed my pad there. So we'll go to contacts, authority contact, turn that in. Then I'm going to go to outfitting. And what I really want is a better power distributor. They only have up to a 1B here, which is still going to be significantly better, and it's super cheap, 8,000 credits, so that's good. Let's see, what else do I want to do? I wanted to get chaff launcher as well. Should have that here. Now I have launch chaff set to a hotkey, but you can set it to a fire group. I recommend a hotkey, so you can just press a button and launch it anytime. Yeah, that's correct. If you don't upgrade the ship at all, it costs nothing when you die. Well, other than like if you don't turn in your bounties, you don't get that money. So you have to return to the station in order to turn your bounties in. So don't die. If you die with like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of bounties, you'll lose those. But if you have money that's already been turned in and it's part of your balance, it won't. Now you can see the upgrades I did were quite modest. So my rebuy is now only 829 credits. It's not that bad. But yeah, if you want a zero cost rebuy, you have to leave the starting ship alone. So that power distributor is going to allow me to boost more often, so that I'll get less notifications that I don't have enough energy to boost, because I like to mash boost. I think that's habit from playing with better ships and stuff where you can pretty much boost repeatedly. So when I get into a starter ship like this, it's end up mashing the button and can't boost. But this should allow me to do that. And also it's nice because you can get around when you're trying to find or catch up to a fight. You can get over there a little faster when you can boost more. Terran Khan, no, we won't bump into each other because I'm in solo play right now. So we would have to coordinate in open play or in a private group in order to play together. Speaking of which, though, if you do have the means to come out here to where I'm at, which is near Haxel Port in LTT 15574, I can open a private group and we can play together and be a what do you call it? I've been playing Destiny so much I almost called it a fire team. We can be a squadron or whatever, a wing. That's what it's called. Sorry. And then we can share the profits from any kills. So that is an option if you'd like. I'll do that with you. But you got to get out here first. So if you come to where I'm at, I'll open a private group and invite you in. Another easy way to learn that's risk-free is to use the built-in multi-crew option. You can make pretty good money doing that just by joining someone else's ship and flying their ship-launched fighters. It's of course easier if you have a friend that invites you to do so, but you can pretty much join it from anywhere. If I was to go up to the top menu here and go to, well, you have to be in open play. Never mind. But you can essentially search for groups and join those random ones and make some credits. However, the amount of money you make is based on your actual combat ranking. So early in the game, like right now, I'm harmless because I've actually been engaged in some of this combat. So I would get more money than if you were just starting fresh and had never even engaged in a combat battle and just went right into multi-crew. You don't get as much money, and therefore this can be a much faster way to make those initial 2.3 million credits, you know, barring any, you know, issues with luck. For example, right now I'm not having the best luck in this demonstration video with finding tons of high value targets with high security kicking their ass, but sometimes it happens. And now that I've turned in that 300 and some thousand credits, the security will show up as green on my map, so on my scanner map, so that'll make it a little easier to identify them and find them. It looks like that Fer-de-Lance is leaving the system, or leaving the area. They jumped out. Often you'll find that they come back. They just like jump out and back in. So we'll probably see him again. So far this particular instance is not looking great. I mean, that was a good sign to see a Fer-de-Lance, but he's gone. So, and there's only one little Viper cop right now. But sometimes things spawn in slower and they start to show up. Oh, there we go. There's a enemy Anaconda, most likely, since he's not security. He's probably going to be wanted. That's going to be a nice high value target. So hey, I knew what you meant, Taranka. Yeah, so I definitely want a piece of this guy. Let's see if I can somehow hang out until security decides to do something with him. We definitely need more security than a single Viper. Oh, and the single Viper's going to try to take him on. What a suicidal idiot, you know? But let's see what happens. Maybe it'll prompt more security to come. Yeah, as you can see now, having the security be green on the scanner is nice because you can see a whole cluster of them heading this way, which is a good sign that, yep, here they go. They're all converging on him. Oh, this is great. He's getting hit hard. I'm going to wait till he's about under 30% before I tag him. Now. Excellent. Now we're surrounded by security. So hopefully some other bad guys that they'll engage with. 152,000. Good. I should have bought the kill warrant scanner. If I end up returning, I will. Which there's a good chance I will, because I gotta get another 2 million credits or so. They found something. Let's see what it is. A little Viper. Always wait till it says wanted before you engage. Oh, they went down fast. I didn't have time to hit them. Nope, no finishing blow bonus. In fact, this is basically letting them do the work, and then you just get credit for the kill. So, there's no finishing blow bonus or anything like that. You can get a kill warrant scanner, and you do get some bonus money if you scan them with that before they're destroyed. So I should have grabbed one. I'm just gonna have to stay out here for a minute though, just in case there's some good finds. I mean, that FDL's got to show up again. There we go. Federal gunship. He's coming towards security, so I think he's going to be a good target. Here they go. Good. But if you don't do enough damage, sometimes you don't get credit. But it's usually you just have to tag them once before they're dead. But if you shoot too soon, you might draw attention and get hit, killed. So I usually wait till they're closer to like 30% or less. New commander is what you want to start with. To follow my guide, and then you're going to come to, you're only going to be like 3 jumps from LTT 15574, so you can immediately head this way. Make sure that you use fastest route under route planning instead of economical. Oh, there's an FDL. Good, he's next. So good, now we're getting some money. 100,000 each kill is what you want, at least. You know, the kill warrant scanner could bump that up significantly. So I may go back if things slow down and get that. Turn my credits in. Wow, he's already done a 20-some%. They hit him so hard. Awesome. $210. Excellent. 485,000. I can often tell by the names whether they're going to be good guys or bad guys. Calamity. What's this guy's name? Limbo. Savage Hatred. You know, you can kind of tell sometimes. Sometimes the name will even indicate that they're security too. What are we going after here? I'm about to fight something. Let's see. Oh, I'm on him already. Gotta wait till it's wanted though. Don't shoot early. Okay, now I can shoot. On a smaller ship, I might shoot a little early, especially if he's not in a wing and they're already all converged on him, because I don't want to miss that chance on getting the credit for it. FDL is a Fer de Lance. It's a type of ship. It's a expensive combat ship. It's the one that was worth 210,000 for the kill. Okay, where are you at? Let me just find the security again and kind of follow them again. What are we doing here? Okay, we got... Oh, okay, they're going to be going after these little guys. I think. Yeah. These are just little ships. They're not really worth anything.
Target shields offline. Scan detected.
Oh, 10,000. It's not much.
Incoming message.
Portion, let's see. I hear gunfire, so they're shooting at somebody around here. You add security. Okay. Shooting at this Viper. Always wait till it says they're wanted on the bottom left before you fire. I know I've said that, but can't say it enough. That's the #1 way to get yourself killed when you're learning the game. Is you see the cops are shooting them and you're like, oh, they must be wanted, and you gotta wait till your ship says they're wanted, or else the game treats it as if you fired on an innocent person. So watch that. Oh, another bad Anaconda. Awesome. Anaconda's like the biggest, baddest ship, really. That you're, well, not necessarily. There's a Corvette too, but that you're going to run into in these kind of situations. I never see the Corvette come up in these combat zones. So are they fighting them or not? They're shooting at somebody else first. Who are they killing first? Okay, they blew up that Eagle first. Okay, now they'll probably go after the Anaconda. So. Yep, here we go. Just shot him manually because for some reason it lost selection. There we go. He's at under 20%, so I'm shooting. I'll make sure I get that credit. He's down. 139, huh? So a lot of times I'll just target like the security so I can find them and just follow them and then see where they're going. If you're new to the game, the scanner in the middle of the screen, 12 o'clock is what's straight in front of you. And then there's a line above or below, any kind of icon letting you know if it's above you or below you. And anything with the bracket around it is your target. So as you can see, I've got them pretty much right at 12 o'clock in the center when I'm pointed right at him. So that's how you can find something. Like if you're flipping through targets, you can see the brackets flipping around on the different targets. And then when it's right in front of me at 12 o'clock, that's how you orient where stuff is. So if you fail to do what I said earlier and you shoot early and become wanted yourself and you're in the middle of all the security like this, they'll just turn on you and probably kick your ass before you can get away and blow you up really fast. So that's something to be prepared for if that happens. It'll say wanted in the bottom right above where your fuel is, and then sometimes you might even get killed before you realize what happened. Battle Fear, he's probably wanted, so let's check him out. He's nearby. They're probably going to go, oh, what are they going for now? They're going for that little Sidewinder, which is what we're in. Little weak ship. And then where's that Viper I was targeting? Battle Fear is probably next. So we got 800,000 sitting here. Turn in, that is. Are they not going to go for him? Also, if you're brand new, your maneuverability is always ideal when your throttle's in the blue zone. So that's something else to be aware of. If you watch me speeding up and slowing down and stuff, I'm often trying to slow down and stay in the blue zone so that I can maneuver. Yeah, we got another halfway decent fight here, but he's in a wing, so I definitely don't want to get in the fight too early. What's this? They've got another gunship. I don't know which one's hurt more. They're really converged on this guy too. Let's see. This one's more hurt. I'm gonna bump to 4 in sys and 2 in weapons right now, just because I could get hit with a shot, and I am getting hit right now by a shot. Where's another one? Here he is. He's not. I'm not showing wanted. Now I'm showing wanted. Okay, now it's okay to shoot. You generally want to stay within 2 kilometers of a target to be able to hit it. Oh, good. There's a Python here too. That'll be worth something. Good size ship. I knew he was wanted because his name's Unyielding Beast. Python right behind you, cops. I have it set to a hotkey, so in your options, you want to set that a key to drop a chaff. Otherwise, you have to go over here and put it in a fire group, and then you have to switch firing groups and fire it like a weapon, like with the trigger. It's much nicer to just have a button you press for it. Well, what are they shooting at? This guy. Alright, let's get a piece of that. Wanted. There we go. Just that Python there. He's shooting at this guy because he's pretty hurt too. Yeah. Somebody is. See, now he's using a chaff. See how my aim was all bouncy like that? Because he had chaffed. It makes weapons that track, like gimbaled weapons or turreted weapons, unable to hit you for a limited amount of time. So basically, it's not perfect, but because if they're using fixed weapons, you're in trouble. But you basically can, if it says like taking damage, you can hit that, and it will just possibly, more often than not, buy you some time of not getting shot while you're trying to escape the situation. Oh, they're kicking this other Viper's ass. Let me see if I can get a piece of that. Got him. Where is this? You gotta be getting on that. There we go. Now they're on the Python. Now it's like a countermeasure. It sends like fragments into space that throw those targeting systems off, so your opponent has a harder time hitting you. We're on a decent roll right now. We're at 1.2 million. Yeah, it's just a survival thing. You know, if you know you're taking fire, you can hit that and helps you out a little bit. Cops, what are they shooting at now? good, a bigger ship. Federal gunship. As you can see right now, I'm flying with 4 pips in systems and 2 in weapons. That's so that, like, if I do get shot, my shield strength is a little stronger. Got him. What else are they shooting at here? I already got that one. Yeah, that was 78 more thousand. But you need pips and engine in order to be able to boost. So when I'm not really engaged, like right now, and a little bit of downtime, I'll flip it to balanced just to let that charge up. I mean, you could go full engine until it's charged up to get there faster. You can also fly around in balanced mode when you're doing this pretty safely. Although, you know you might be taking shots, it might be better to switch to 4 in system and 2 in weapons, just in case you draw a little fire. It'll make your shields that much stronger. I mean, it's a significant shield boost. Later in the game, when you have like big, powerful ships, like if you have an Anaconda, if you can set up your weapons so that you can fire all that you want to using 2 in weapons and 4 in systems, then with the shields you have in a ship like that, you can pretty much go almost indefinitely without ever losing any kind of shields. But it requires low energy usage weapons like machine cannons instead of lasers, because lasers draw a lot more weapon power. You can also engineer your weapons to be more efficient, so they use less power too. But really the best way to play is to understand how to maneuver those and, adjust them as needed. Sometimes you'll want to increase it or decrease what you've got allocated. Oops, he's in a wing, so I'm going to be a little more defensive with my pips there. Because his wingmate might shoot me. But, if you feel in danger, you might want to go turn in your bounties. For example, if I get destroyed right now, I'll lose it all. So, it might be wise, since I have over 1 million to do that. I'm just kind of happy with this security arrangement here. There's plenty of them around. And they're killing stuff. So let's see. They're going to kill this guy too. See, he's chaffed, so it's hard to hit him with my gimbaled weapons. They're bouncing around till the chaff ends. There's another gunship, so he's got to be... Excuse me, he's got to be coming over here and hopefully getting attacked. Our security friends. We're only 1 million short here from being done with part 1 of this video series. Again, if you're tuning in late, the main reason that I'm recutting this is that 3.0 introduced some changes. One of the main ones being the starting system that I had you do. The bounty hunting inn no longer has the high security resource extraction sites. So this is covering a new location. I also wanted to show the difference in how the kill warrant scanner functions, which I have not demonstrated yet. With 1 million to go, I think after a couple more kills here, I will go turn in my bounties and buy one, and then we can test it out and see how it affects our profits here. Missed that kill, but there's a federal assault ship, so getting kind of greedy here. There's a good amount of security and big ships to collect some money. Here. Here's a big one right here. Dropping fast too. Tag him. Yeah, it's nice. I enjoy combat. I would say it's my favorite thing to do in the game. It is a lot more fun when you have a really sweet ship and you can engage these guys before the security's there, and then security can back you up. Or when you have a really good ship, you can go into a hazardous zone where there's no security at all, and it's just you. For example, in my Anaconda with a crew, I can sit there and take on wings of like multiple Anacondas alone and just wreck stuff. It's pretty fun. So if you're new, you can add Endo Fury, which is my main character in this game. This is just the one I use for demonstrating starting out a new game. So add Endo Fury, and at some point I'll let you join my crew, do a multi-crew, and you can just fly my ship-launched fighters and collect easy money if you'd like. It's another, if you have a friend that can do that for you, it's another easy way to make money starting out. Oh, I'm under attack. I'm yapping away and I started shooting a little too early on this guy. Let's see, where is he? Could use a chaff, but I don't think he didn't actually shoot me. Now he did. Someone hit a chaff just so that he won't. Now chaff only lasts a number of seconds. It's not like a long-term protection, but it helps a little bit. Federal assault ships, they look almost just like the gunships and the drop ships, but they are very maneuverable. One of the most maneuverable ships in the game, so they are tough to take on by yourself. Because some of the strong ships don't turn very well, so they can still outmaneuver you and kick some serious butt. I mean, some of these cops are probably having a hard time keeping him in their sights, which is why he's still alive, not dying super fast. Like those Anacondas are having a hard time hitting him or keeping him. Here we go. He's to under 20%, so I'm going to try and help out a little bit. No, the Horizon Sidewinder doesn't start out with anything you need. It has the ability to land on planets, but you can buy the module for that anywhere, and there's no reason to do it early on. So you're not really missing anything by skipping it. This is the fastest way to make credits with very little investment, or just starting out in the game. Just coming out to a place like this where there's a good amount of security and big ships, and just do what I'm doing, and I'm already sitting on 1.5 million credits and bounties to turn in. We're about to get another 100K at least for this FDL. But you got to understand that after this, you can make up to 20 million credits an hour once you have the 2.3 million credits that we're aiming for here, because you can do something called Road to Riches with a exploration hauler, which is what the whole point of this is, to get that initial 2.3 million credits as efficiently and quickly as you can, and then moving on to that next activity, which is significantly more money. And in about an hour to 2 hours of doing that, you'll have enough money for a Type 7 to go do the next activity I'll cover in Part 3, where you can make upwards of 60 million credits an hour. So you can be in big ships in a very short order, barring any kind of learning curve, for gameplay and so on. But the credit making process is a breeze. Yeah, a Vulture here, now that's a really fun ship to get for combat. If you're into the bounty hunting, it's one of the best small ships for fighting, and they're a lot of fun to do what we're doing here, but you have a lot more power with one of those. The thing is, a fully outfitted one costs 21 million credits, so that's about what we're going to spend on that Type 7 that can earn you 60 million credits an hour. So, if that puts anything into perspective, that it's better to just follow this guide until you're doing the third activity, which is netting you a lot more credits. Then you'll have enough money to pretty much do whatever you want in whatever ship you want. But I highly recommend trying a Vulture once you're getting into mastering your combat skills, because it's a great ship that only has about a 1 million credit rebuy when you get destroyed in it. And like I said, it only costs about 21 million to outfit one very nicely. Alright, things are looking like they're slowing down. Unless I see another really big ship here, I'm going to go turn these bounties in and get that kill warrant scanner for the last stretch. Alright, yep. I'm just going to do that. So I'm going to target Axel Port. We've got to get away from these asteroids, so I'm going to fly perpendicular here to... I'm going to put my pips back into my engine so I can actually boost. Get out of here. You also get more maneuverability when you have pips into engines, so when you're flying with like 2 in weapons and 4 in systems, you're a little more sluggish, but you know, with this ship you're just trying to stay within 2 kilometers in order to like pop a shot off on an enemy after the cops have done the most of the work, so it's not as important. But speed does help in this situation when you want to, you know, catch up to a fight you see in the distance or something like that. But I wouldn't spend money on like thrusters and that kind of stuff on this Sidewinder because, you know, it increases your rebuy cost. If you're learning the game, you're going to probably get destroyed at least once. So keep it cheap. That kill warrant scanner will bump us up a little bit from the 829 credits, but not much. Oh yeah, I was telling you, use New Commander, because that'll start you in the system that is only 3 jumps away from LTT 15574, which is where we're at right now. Do this. So there's nothing on the Horizon Sidewinder that you need early on. You just need to be able to get out to somewhere like we're at right now and bounty hunt the way I'm doing it in order to get easy money. The Horizon Sidewinder lets you, it has the equipment to dock on a planet or land on a planet, so you don't really even need that. You can dock, let me correct myself, because you can dock on a planet that has like a base on it without it. But to land on the surface, you have to, you know what? I'm completely wrong in what I'm saying. Hold on, I'm distracted here. Let me loop around this planet here. I'm doing the loop of shame. Sorry, the Horizon Sidewinder has the little Scarab that you can drive around on the surface of a planet. You can still land on a planet and dock on a planet without that. But if you want to drive the little Land Rover looking thing, you need the Horizon Sidewinder. However, I can buy one at a station here and equip that on this ship too, so it's not mandatory to start with one. In fact, there's really no reason to. And for those of you who don't know why I'm saying that, if you're watching this in a video, I'm responding to people that are asking questions in the chat. So that was kind of a sloppy approach. I didn't line up the slot like I described you can do. So I've got to fly around the side here. It takes a little longer. And when you're doing something illegal like smuggling, you do not want to get scanned. And thankfully we're not. And it's therefore more imperative to be lined up at the slot so that you can fly in nice and quickly. Don't have to fly around the station like that. I got there before my landing gear was down. That was the they're like 30,000 credits or something. Let me see. If you go to outfitting, I'm being asked how much the little Land Rover thing is. It's cheap. It's nothing fancy. And Horizon Sidewinder selection also starts you in a different place, and I guess there is a place you can go that's not too far from that to do this kind of bounty hunting, but this one's nice and only 3 jumps from the starting area when you choose New Commander. So optional internal, it's let's see if they sell it here. It's the maybe I have to go into size 2 planetary vehicle hangar. I think the one they start you with is the cheap one, but it's like 18,000, and the Scarab vehicle's 5 to put in it. So at most you're looking at 27,000 credits roughly. Also, you guys can pick up a docking computer if you're new. It's nice. You can just throttle down after you've requested docking, and your ship will automatically land for you. So as a new player, you know, let's say you have all that bounty money and to turn in, and you happen to like not be good enough pilot that you won't crash and blow up trying to land, pick up a docking computer. It'll be nice. So I am looking for a utility. Hopefully they sell one here. Kill warrant scanner. I'm just gonna get the one that has 2,000 range, or should I get the 2,500 range? Look at the cheap one, 13,000 for it. And I also need to turn in those bounties. Yeah, definitely check your bindings and set yourself up with that stuff. You can test all of that in the training, so make sure everything flies well in your training and so forth. So now that I added the kill warrant scanner, I need to add it to a fire group, and I'm gonna just add it to when I fire, it'll also scan. But I'm also gonna make a secondary group where I can scan without firing, so I can switch fire groups and just scan. But also, if I'm just engaged with something and I'm holding down fire, it will scan then as well. And let's see, my rebuy only went up to 1,500, so still pretty good. Oh, and my total income, I have 2 million, so only like 300k from goal. I'm gonna go ahead and launch and head back out there.
Docking clamps retracted. Depart when ready, Commander.
Landing gear retracted.
Whoops.
Caution. Dangerous maneuvers will not be tolerated.
So I got a fine, and I don't think that makes me wanted. Let me make sure, because they did update the crime stuff, so yeah, I think it's just, that was just a fine, because I crashed into that ship, so I think we're safe to go out there.
Exceeded the station exclusion zone. Goodbye, Commander.
Okay, hang on. What are you asking, Terenka? You don't see a way to do what? Oh, the key bindings? You can do it right after you choose your package, like choose new commander, and then you can do it in the menu after that. Also, you can always reset your save, so don't worry. If you choose something and change your mind and you're not very far in the game, you can just wipe your save and start over. There's an option in the menu for that. Like in this account that I have just for these videos, you know, I just wipe it every time to start over to show what to do from the beginning. Hopefully this time I can go through and keep the save through all 3 videos, unless there's ever a change in the game where I need to start over and show again and make a new video or something. And I can essentially just keep it going and demonstrate stuff as we go. You know, make other videos like, oh, if you're at this point in the game, you can do this and that. Although some of it's kind of grindy and I wouldn't want to repeat, like some of the engineering grind that I've done on my main account, I'm not that interested in doing again, but I don't mind cutting these videos for newer players to show them these ways of, you know, getting through the credit grind early on. Okay, hopefully we make a quick 300k and call this done. And let's see. Switching fire groups. How do I do that again? There we go. So I have my Kill warrant scanner on.
Scan detected.
Gonna scan this guy. You'll see the kill warrant scanner meter is filling in blue on the right. It says complete. It'll stay complete if I target something else and come back, so it's just worth scanning multiple targets when they're around you. Now, before 3.0, the kill warrant scanner would just kind of tack on extra money in order to when you kill somebody. So this, I think, does it a little differently, but there was initially an uproar after the first the first patch post 3.0, and I think then they've revised it so it works similarly to how it used to work. So it hopefully will still just give us more money per kill. What do you mean you have to pay 26k in the future? Oh, there's somebody engaged in a fight, so let's check that out. He's clean, so these are those eagles. Got here. I'm gonna switch fire group so I can shoot at this guy. Where is the security when you need him? I'm gonna follow one of them and see what they're doing. Who they're fighting. He's fighting that guy. Scanning. Oh yeah, for the rover is what he means. Okay, yeah. I mean, 26,000 is nothing really. And really, you'll probably not even bother doing it in a Sidewinder, landing on the planet and taking the rover out. You'll be in a better ship by then. Let's get this guy. Oh, I missed a shot. Dang it. Alright, well now I'm near security, so they're on this guy, which I have scanned already, so. Yeah, 26,000 is usually, it's higher than you usually get for those, so that, I think the kill warrant scanner's working. So what's he shooting at? This one. Ah, I should have shot right away. Too late on that too. A scan won't complete in that amount of time, but on a bigger target, you could definitely scan while shooting. What a scan only mode here. Let's see if I can scan this guy. I have to be within 2K to actually do it. Oh, they got him already. Dang. Some big guys to show up. These anacondas, these security anacondas are just kicking everything's butt. Is this guy gonna be wanted? Not him. What's this Viper? Savage Bandit. I'm guessing he's illegal. I think he's tailing me. I can't get. There we go.
Target destroyed. Scan detected. Scan detected.
Looks like the enemies are drying up. I may have to cut it short just before I reach goal here. But I think the demonstration's still pretty good. I'm like just a couple good kills away from the goal. I think safe to say that I think watching this should give you a good idea of what to do, and I'll just wrap up later and begin the second video once I get to that goal and demonstrate how to do the Road to Riches using the ship you'll buy with this money. So thank you for tuning in and watching. I hope that you find this helpful, but I'm going to have to go. And look forward to the next video, which I should be cutting hopefully within the next couple weeks. I will talk to you all later. Thanks again.